All right, Vaughn.
Let's go.
Day in the life right here. One of the hottest prospects in baseball. Getting ready for the draft. We got big game tonight.
Yeah.
Scooter to the yard. You ride the scooter all over the place, huh?
Basically, yeah. Basically.
All right, you're gonna show me what's up. I'm 51. I haven't been on a scooter in probably 40 years. So stay with me.
I got you.
The
No,
brake.
I got you, sir.
Ride the brake.
You gotta
We're
like-
not rocking helmets.
No. Never. Never rock a helmet.
Let's go.
Give it a little push, and then just hold the throttle, just like that. All right. I would say I'm like a professional scooter rider.
Are you?
That's what I like to call myself.
I live in the same town you grew up in now.
Yeah.
It's only about 40 minutes north of here.
Yeah.
You didn't want to leave home? Georgia Tech meant that much to you to come here once you walked on campus?
I mean, it wasn't even about leaving home part. I just like, honestly, the city environment. I mean, I feel like we're like in the city. Like, you can look this way, you can see all the buildings. Like, we're in the city, but then you look over there, and that's where actual campus is, and it's
Yeah.
just like all green, and
Best
it's just
of both
nice.
worlds.
Exactly. So,
Love it.
yeah. Just basically the route, just down one hill, and you're right to the field.
All right, I am so fired up to talk to you because I think you're one of the best stories leading into this draft, because your story's going to resonate with a lot of families listening, kids dreaming about getting drafted. Collins Hill High School,
Yeah.
but a late bloomer.
Yeah.
All right? What was your thoughts as a senior, wondering where you were going to go? Why Tech, and how did it happen?
I mean, first off, I mean, I feel like I was just kind of naive to the process. Like, I was more like a basketball guy.
Really?
Before that, yeah. So I was like, I knew more about basketball than I definitely did more about baseball, but I played baseball. And like me and my friends, I mean, like when we were bored, we just went to the cages and hit. Like that's just all we kind of did. Like just turn the music up and just hit. Ooh, that was it though.
You saw, you know, a little chubby cheek kid on his perfect game profile
Yeah.
that had about 10 at-bats every summer. And so you show up, and once again, it's like, is he gripping the bat right? I don't even know, but it was athletic in it, and so you see enough in a game. He had good at-bats, and just the way that he carried himself. So we bring him to campus, and you're immediately attracted to the kid just because he had that childlike love of the game.
This should be a segment, sacking with the sacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No!
You always had this kind of easy personality.
I guess. I guess.
Come
you
on
say that.
now.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so.
All right, you walk in as a freshman. You don't get much playing time, but towards the end of the year, you start to crack your way in there. And then sophomore year, you went bonkers.
Yeah.
What happened?
I mean, it was honestly just about me just grinding in my development throughout the off season and just stacking up the days. And then I guess the fall was really, that's like the real big jump out. I was definitely hitting the balls a lot harder there and stuff.
So game on, right?
Yes,
you have a
yes.
monster sophomore year, and your name starts grabbing some serious helium.
Vahn Lackey is moving up the draft board. He has done nothing but absolutely mashed baseballs.
You know, big home runs in the postseason, inside the Parker ACC tournament.
Lackey's still on his horse. Lackey's going to try for inside the park home run. Plant the plate. He's safe.
Showing
He's
up in big
always
spots.
had a knack for that against elite pitching, and so I think that
Yeah.
was the big checkbox.
And he swings and launches it deep to left center field. 456 feet on the blast from Vahn Lackey.
Were you always a catcher as a young kid? Seems like you could pretty much play anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I started off at third base actually, and in my little league team, we had a lefty catcher. And all of like the parents in the group chat were like complaining, like, we can't have a lefty catcher, like, we don't look professional, blah, blah, blah. And my dad was like, yeah, Vahn can catch. Not even know if I can catch. He was like, yeah,
Really?
Vahn can catch. And my dad brought me to the cages and was like basically just chucking balls at me and like with gear on, and that's kind of how I guess started catching.
I'm the biggest Buster Posey fan, but he's Buster that runs. I mean, that's like actually like
Really?
what you're looking at is you're looking at a guy that uses the whole field.
He just keeps hitting. One of the best players in college baseball.
But you look at all the receiving metrics and the throwing stuff Vaughn does, it's as good as it gets behind the dish. So I don't think a team's gonna actually look to move him off the catching position.
Truly a five-tool player, and James Ramsey says he's the most athletic catcher he's ever had.
But if you want to stick him out there in the 6-game schedule.
When do you ever see that? This guy has played multiple positions.
Yeah.
Lackey continues this day to position in the field.
What a day he's having.
There it is. There it is. All right, Vaughn, let's talk. Walk me through what Vahn Lackey's doing to get ready for a big game.
Big thing for me is getting my body right. I mean, a lot of back stretches, hip mobility, just make sure I'm good to go. First round, I usually just try to hit as hard as I can at second base. Like, as many balls as that, and then second round, I usually just get to like a short bat and I do like a step back drill.
Because you're seeing that now. I watched Mike Trout do it the other day.
Yeah.
Nolan Arenado, why are you doing the step back?
I have like problems just kind of holding in my back hip a little bit and drifting to my front side. So kind of the step back drill kind of helps me like really exaggerate holding into my back hip and kind of exploding through the ball.
I've always had massive respect for any catcher that I played with because they have to worry about defense first. But then, where you're going to get picked, you're going to be expected to absolutely bang.
Yeah.
So, like, how do you balance that?
I mean, I feel like it's just being able to flush things quickly. In my mind, defense is first.
Defense is
like,
first.
it's always going to be first. Like, whenever I'm playing defense, that's the only thing on my mind. And then as soon as I grab the bat in my hand, it's kind of like a flip, and you kind of have to like switch into like completely hitter mode. It's just being able to flip, and I kind of feel like a mind of a goldfish kind of thing, like being able to forget things really quickly. So.
Oh man, don't lose that mindset, bro.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.